Hey YouTube, Matches860 with a video response to Sean, Wandering Recluse, asking what kind of pipe smoking archetype are you? And I know a couple of guys that have answered. Talked about maritime, being on an old ship, and as much as I wanted to be that type, the fantasy just never works out for me. I'm very interested in old ships and shipwrecks and the sea, but about as close as I can come to anything related to that would be a stowaway on a ship or a passenger. But I was born and grew up just outside of Boston, and from kindergarten right on through all of my schooling, there was no way of escaping the history in Massachusetts, the history in New England, and every year in school we'd go to Plymouth Plantation, downtown Boston, Bunker Hill Monument, Concord and Lexington Battleground, up to Salem where they had the witch trials back in the 1600s. And not only did that history get pounded into my head, but living in the same location just does something, makes you a part of that history. And I can tell you, if you're not familiar with New England, you know, Boston is very advanced technologically. It's not backward, and yet you can see in Boston and the surrounding areas leftovers from the 1600s, 1700s. My own town here in Connecticut, there's one street that I can drive down, and all I have to do is sort of not see the fire hydrants, the phone poles, the pavement, and it's a picture right out of the 1700s. And that's pretty much, you know, what I've grown up with my whole life. So I feel that connection, and especially in the autumn, if I've been working out in the yard, you know, back in the day, the homesteaders would get their property ready for the winter, chop wood, do all of that stuff, and I'm sure that at the end of the day they sort of took it easy with a pipe, maybe went down to the local tavern. I can really relate to that. And again, because of my knowledge of the history and just because I live in the same area, I guess that would be my answer. You know, smoking a pipe back in colonial days, going through all the political stuff, as well as watching the changes that occurred the roads being built and the settlements getting larger and larger. The second part of that question is, how do you see yourself portrayed as a pipe smoker now? Or how do you portray yourself? If I do portray anything in particular, I'm not aware of it. As I say, it is kind of difficult to get that old New England out of me. But I guess if anything, if I was to ask somebody what I look like when I smoke, probably looks like I'm deep in thought, because I usually am. Really, the only people that get to see me smoking are people at work when I'm on break. And having been in the business of working around senior citizens since I was 15 and a half, my thoughts are usually on somebody who's in their last hours of life. All of the issues that surround the elderly, my own journey towards that place in life. That's pretty much what I'm thinking about when I'm smoking at work, when people would see me. So, that's my answer for you, Sean. Thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.